me double check. Alrighty. How are we all doing? It's another week, and honestly, I am a little bit shocked at how quick the time has gone by. That Clue 4 has been already released. You know, to me, it's always shocking in October month that time goes by so quickly. And yes, we're almost going into November next week, and we have the fourth clue has been released. And yeah, so welcome to the YouTube Live. Welcome to Sylvia and Anita for joining us today. I don't know if there's going to be more people joining us. I see Janet is saying, thank you for having the Zoom at 12. It's perfect timing in Sydney. And I'm so excited to see what you've all done. Oh, thanks, Janet. It will be the same time next week again to make sure that we also, you know, look after our Australian friends for the mystery knit along. So we're going to talk about the progress of our shawls. We're going to talk about what we think of Clue 4 and just the whole process. What do we think about everything that we've done so far? So I'm so excited to see the progress on your shawls, Anita and Sylvia. I'm so excited. So I see there's 2 more people joining us. I'm so excited. Marisa is joining us, and as well as Pam. I haven't seen Pam in a while, so that's awesome. So let's just wait for them to join. Yes, Janet says thanks, that's awesome. So having it at 12 will be suitable for Janet. Hello, Pam. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks. And you?
Good. It's so good seeing you.
Yeah. I haven't been here for ages, but I'm happy to join you now. Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what you were able to show us.
Yeah.
And then Marisa is also joining us. So I think let's start with Anita. I'm going to spotlight her. And then Anita, your second shawl.
Yeah, it's my second shawl. I've been knitting on this clue. I'm just in the middle of a triangle, so let me just quickly say. Okay, I'm going to show the shawl if somebody doesn't want to see it. There's my second, I'm still on clue 3, almost done. I think I have 6.5, 7 square triangles, then I'm done with this one. I must say, I'm really enjoying this shawl. I like the whole knitting of the shawl. It's engaging, and I know a lot of people says they don't like these triangles. For me, they like meditation. I really like these triangles. Clue 4 was sort of what I expected, but when I first saw and he said bubbles, I thought, oh no, I hate knitting bubbles. I hate knitting bubbles. But then I saw how he did the bubbles, and now it looks for me like little Christmas lights, these bubbles. So I think it's going to be beautiful, and I think it's going to work perfectly now with my colors, because the bubbles that looks like lights is going to be in this light color, and then my main color is the maroon color. So it's going to look very nice. It's going to look like little lights. So I'm excited for that. I'll see if I do the last part of Clue 4. It will depend on how much yarn I have left.
Yes, that was
so
my next
I'll see when I get there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot of stitches at the end there that you are going to be knitting when you're doing the last, if you opt for a bigger shawl. So
yeah. But it will depend on how much yarn I have left after I've done the first part of Clue 4, the bottom part first. So then I'll decide how much yarn will I do the other one. Maybe I'll do just 1 or 2, but it will, when I get there, I'll decide.
What has been your favorite clue thus far?
Oh no, it's hard to say. I include 2. There's in each of the clues, there's a little bit I've liked something. Okay, clue 1 I liked. I liked the whole clue 1. I liked it. Clue 2, I liked the brioche knitting. And like I said, in clue 3, the whole clue 3 is for me meditation. It's really nice to knit clue 3.
Oh, I'm glad.
So I really like the whole knitting of clue 3. It's really nice. And I'll be sad, but also happy when I'm done because like I said, I only have 7 triangles left. Then I'm done with this. So most probably by the end of the day, then tomorrow I'll start to 4.
Okay, awesome. Oh, thanks, Anita. Let me quickly see there's comments on the live. Rosemary says, hi there to you all. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're knitting. Thanks, Rosemary. Janet says, hello, Anita and Pam and Sylvia. Nice to see you again. Yvette says, hi all. I really wanted to join, but I'm not feeling well and already in pajamas. I am still on clue 3. Oh, I hope you're feeling well soon, Yvette. All right, so let's talk to Sylvia. I'm so excited because we haven't been able to see each other in a while. And it's just been the time zones is not working in our favor. So it's so lovely to have you, Sylvia. And I was saying prior to going live, I'm just loving what you're wearing. It's so pretty.
Thanks. So here I am.
Wow. Wow.
It's beautiful.
So I'm on to clue 4. I call these little tiny string of pearls. I call these.
Yes.
I did mine with holding mohair double.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do it the same as my brioche.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's nice that it's picking up that colors in the brioche.
Yeah.
Your colors are beautiful. I love that. I want to know the mohair on clue 4, that bubble section, because I see a lot of talk on the Ravelry thread about how niggly those bubbles, making those bubbles are. And even with using mohair, it's even more challenging. So I want to know what's your experience and tips that you can give us.
My experience is a lot with that stitch because I did a whole shawl using that stitch. I can show you. It's just here. Hang on.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you have been practicing unknowingly.
That's right. I did this probably 2 years ago.
Wow.
And the tip for this is you have to do row 5 very loosely.
Okay.
When you're doing knit, yarn over knit, can't be tight. So your tension can't be tight. Because when it is, then you can't do the knit 3 together. It's very hard.
Okay, so very loose knitting in
that's the only tip. Yeah. Because I just wasn't sure what color, because normally that would be contrast color, but that would be my blue. But I think it would be lost.
Yes.
Here, so that's why I did it that color, and I wanted to link clue 3 with clue 2. Sorry, clue 3 with clue 4 in my colors, which it links it to all together.
It's gorgeous.
So, and I did like the triangles or the wedges, as he calls them. I loved the brioche. That was my first time doing brioche, and I loved it. And I'm looking forward to a pattern that does only brioche. So I'll give it a go.
There's a beautiful brioche pattern somebody sent me, Rebel. I think Rebel. Wait, hold on. I'm going to tell you just now. Rebel, a brioche shawl by Leslie Ann Robinson.
Okay.
Yes, Rebel.
Yeah.
Rebel pattern by Leslie Ann Robinson. Susanna, actually, I think it was Susanna that shared it with me. And it's something the brioche section I really also just enjoyed yet again. Loved it.
Yeah, no, it was good. This year my yarn is non-superwash.
Okay.
So I wanted to try with a non-superwash yarn. 2 out of the colors are from my stash. Wow. So these the mohair, and the main color is from my stash.
Wow.
I had them probably for 2+ years. And I bought the navy tonal.
Beautiful.
Can't see much.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
But I
and
love the light moe that you used. It's so beautiful.
yeah, so it's a nice, like a pinkish mauvey color, that
Wow.
one.
That's
So
amazing.
I
Oh,
did double strands for the brioche.
okay. How
on
are
that.
you enjoying the mosaic section?
Sorry?
The mosaic section, the triangles. I think it's mosaic. That
Yeah,
triangular section. Do you enjoy that section?
Yeah, it's very intuitive. You just get into a rhythm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm up to, I think, row 34, so I should be finished with that soon and then get on to the next tiny bubbles.
And it's amazing that the rows are now decreasing, so it's going quicker and quicker and quicker, right?
Yeah.
Are you
So
planning on?
hopefully I should have that finished by tomorrow, and then I probably will do the extra border because that I've got still that much yarn left, so I should have plenty because I've been using the mohair, so I haven't been using a lot of my contrast color.
Okay. When did your
so-
first ball of your main color run out?
I still have a little bit left.
Okay, right.
So I still have plenty.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
But my main color is probably on a light fingering.
Okay.
And my contrast color is more on the heavier fingering. Because
Okay.
that is 460 meters and that was 380.
Oh wow. Okay.
Per 100 grams.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's why I've incorporated more of the mohair just in case I don't run out, but looks like I should have plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was lucky because I had 50 grams of mohair. So.
Yeah. Oh wow. Janet says, oh, that is amazing. The shawl is amazing. Can't wait to start. Maggie says, hi Jalene, ek het weer begin om te brei. Steeds op klou 3. Kan nie wag om klou 4 te begin nie. So what Maggie is saying is she started knitting again. She's still busy with klou 3 and she can't wait to start on klou 4. Janet is saying, thanks Sylvia for that tip. Janet is also saying, Sylvia, is your shawl finished or are there more clues to go?
It's not finished. I'm doing clue 4.
Yeah, so she's busy with clue 4.
Yeah.
And there's an optional extra section at the bottom of the shawl.
Which is the bottom border. Yeah.
Yes.
Extra here.
Susanna says, apologies, I'm late. Great to see everyone. No worries, Susanna. It's lovely having you. Oh, but your shawl is absolutely beautiful, Sylvia. And I'm so excited to do that you're doing it in non-superwash yarn as well. I'm very excited to see how it will block out and how soft it will be. I can't wait to hear that feedback from you.
Yeah, it's very, what's the word? Cozy and warm. Yeah, see, like, yeah. So that's my last, is it last year's? Yes, my Geo Gradient from last year. This is totally different, superwash. It's more that, that crunchy, silky. This is very woolly shawl.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, but it's lovely that you joined us. I'm so happy. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, good to be here.
Do you think I must just change my mindset to what Sylvia says and says it's little pearls and not bobbles? If it's pearls, it's fine, I'll knit them. But if it's bobbles, just change my mindset to say, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and because I'm doing it in that lighter color, it looks like string of white pearls or 3 strings.
It does. It really does. It's beautiful. All right, let's talk to who's next on the list. Marisa. Let me add her. There we go. Marisa. How's it going with your shawl?
Good. I just finished with clue 3 this morning, so I'm feeling very accomplished now. the last few triangles of clue 3 was so satisfying when you're racing to the end. You're like, and I only
when the distance becomes shorter and shorter.
Yes. So let me show you what I've got. Oh, it's okay. Oh, my face is showing. I need to show my eyes, and then there we go.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is blurring out a bit. I see. There we go.
There we go. Just stay like that.
Yeah.
I love that eyelet section in between the two brioche sections.
Yeah, I do too. But as I was telling Anita on the WhatsApp chat this morning, I love it, but then I also get FOMO seeing everyone else's beautiful 3 rows of bubbles. Especially now with clue 4 picking up the bubbles again, or the pearls, you know, it echoes the bubbles. So yeah, but I do like what I did. But yeah, I think this is honestly one of my favorite Mkals that I've knit so far. I can really actually see myself knitting this again. So then I'm going to do I'm going to do the bubbles, and I'm really loving the look of the gradient yarns for the contrast color. I love how that looks. So, or even an idea like yours where you're doing the mini skeins. I think that, yeah, I love those. So yeah, I can definitely see myself knitting this again. I absolutely love what clue 4 is looking like. I've just started, so it's literally, I've just completed row 2, so I can't even show you, but yeah, just the way the shawl looks, it's gorgeous this year. I think it's his prettiest one yet, honestly. It's so cohesive, it's so, yeah, it's beautiful. It's really, really, really pretty. It's really outdone itself this year, and it's super wearable, I think, as well.
Yes.
Quite large the end, but yeah, beautiful.
What has been your favorite clue this year?
I think I have to echo Anita that I actually enjoyed every single clue. There hasn't been a single clue where I've been like, it's a bit of a slog, you know, like those slip stitches of last year, that clue wasn't great, or like the first clue of the twists and turns was just like, oh. But this year, honestly, all of the clues I've really enjoyed knitting. It's all been very relaxing, very enjoyable. There hasn't been a single clue where it's been like a slog, if you know what I mean. So if I have to choose one, I would say the brioche, just because I was so excited to see brioche coming back in an Mkal. But the triangles are also for the same as what Anita said. I really enjoyed how meditative it was. And everyone kept saying, oh, the triangles, oh, it's boring to knit, or it's hard to get into a rhythm of you have to keep on following the pattern. And for me, I actually fell into the rhythm quite quickly with the triangles, so I didn't have to keep referring back. So it was just, I could just switch my mind off and just knit, and then seeing how they all, especially the contrast colors ones, where you just quickly run through the edge, you know.
I want to know, did you, there was a lot of discussions on the Ravelry thread about people having too less stitches available at the end of clue 3, or too much stitches at the end of clue 3. Was there any stitch count that was not adding up for you in clue 3?
So I never counted my stitches until the end of clue 3, and then I realized I was off by, I think, 10. And then I just divided the stitches and I added markers. So 10 even markers throughout. And so then when I picked up for the triangles, for each marker, then I just increased the stitch. Okay. But then I got to the end, and somehow, I don't know what I did, there was one stitch that I still had to pick up. So then I just picked up one stitch right at the end. I just made an extra one, right? I think it was right at that last triangle. I made a last one. So yeah, I had to fudge a little bit, but I think Stephen embraces the fudging.
No, it's all about
but I mean, I saw some people that were saying they have like 50 stitches off.
50?
Yes, I've seen on the Facebook group there were comments of people with like their stitch counts were very off. So I don't know what they did, but yeah.
Sure. All right. So you're going to do the wavy section, the last section as well?
Yes, I'm keen to do it. Yes, But yeah, it'll depend on if I have enough yarn. But now I'm thinking if I don't have, because Sylvia's now got me worried because she's used mohair and I haven't used any mohair. So I mean, I've just been using main color and contrast color. But I'm thinking if I get to the end and I see that I don't have enough main or contrast, I'll see if I can try to figure out how much that last border needs. I'm sure someone will post it somewhere. And if I find that I don't have enough, I'm thinking perhaps I'll do it in a mohair.
Why don't you do like mohair and then one main color, mohair, contrast color?
That could also work.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I might then but I'm really keen on doing the last the border. Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Oh wow. I cannot wait to see the progress next week.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Oh, but thank you for being here, Marisa.
Yeah,
I love your neutral colored shawl. It's beautiful.
I'm super excited with what it's looking like. I think it's going to be so wearable. Yeah, pretty excited.
let's quickly look at the comments. Okay, Janet says, okay, thanks. Susanna says, is it true non-superwash plumps up a bit when you knit? I would say it does. Yes, Sylvia indicates. I'm gonna also add Sylvia to the spotlight here. She definitely says yes, it does. Oh wait, I spotted Pam. That is so funny. How did that happen? Spotlight. There we go. So yes, it does, and even more so, I would say when you block your yarn.
Yes. Yeah, when you block it, it's just gonna fill all the gaps between the other colors. Yeah.
But can you definitely also feel that it plumps up while you knit as well, Sylvia, with the heat of your hands?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, it's very, very, very soft and like a like a pillow, like a cushion type of a feeling. Yeah.
Yes. Oh wow. All right. Thanks, Sylvia.
No.
Then Janet says, it's just stunning, Sylvia, for her shawl. Rosemary says, Anita and Sylvia, your shawls are so beautiful. I really love the maroon and navy together. Janet says, hi, Marisa. Love yours too, Marisa. Great color combo. And then Susanna says, oh, wow, this shawl to me looks quite tribal in a way. Beautiful. It does. Your shawl does give those vibes. Rosemary says, Marisa, your shawl is beautiful. Also love your color combo.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for being here, Marisa.
Thank you.
All right. And then last but not least, we have Pam. We haven't had Pam this year so far. So it's lovely seeing you, Pam. How are you doing?
Well, thanks. I'm not a professional knitter like the people who are taking part. I'm just old-fashioned knitter. I battle with the triangles so much, but you know, I've got only 8 to go, so I'm doing very well, I think.
Yes, for sure. And I disagree with your idea that you're not a professional knitter, because how many years that you've done the Mkal now?
I think this is my 5th year, but still, I'm not a professional knitter.
Yeah, you know, we can always learn, right?
Always. Yeah.
Why do you think you struggled with the triangles?
I couldn't remember it. That's the problem. I always have to go back to the pattern. Do I have to turn? Oh, I've got to turn here. Oh, I've got to slip. God, it's awful.
So it didn't come intuitively to you to just have that with struggling.
Once or twice it came intuitively to me, and then it didn't after that. Yeah, I only got 8 to go, so I should finish soon, hopefully.
Yeah, 8 to go is good. It's really, really good. Are you loving the process this far?
Except for the triangles, I am. I haven't enjoyed the triangles at all. But the first part I loved. The second part, I felt the rows were a bit long. I mean, they just went on forever, but I enjoyed that part. This part, not so much. I think I'll enjoy clue 4. I hope I'll enjoy clue 4.
I'm sure you will. So when you say about long rows, are you going to tackle the extra border?
600 stitches. Never. Never.
So now you need to show us your shawl, Pam. It's very important.
Okay.
Oh, I love your colors. Oh,
This is my shawl.
oh, it's beautiful.
Let me show this part. Wait.
Okay, so you didn't do any brioche, you did the eyelet section.
Yeah, I just did the eyelet section. I'm actually going to do the brioche. I'm going to do 40 stitches, and I'm going to follow him and do it for a long time, and then I'll try the next one as brioche. Because, you know, I'm not a professional knitter, as I say.
You are, and you can definitely do brioche.
Yeah, but not on this. Just
okay. You're
so
just a you mix it up.
Mm.
It's
and I've knitted this with silk. Yes. Silk wool that I got from Sita.
Oh wow.
So the white is a lot sort of thicker wool. This is a lot thinner wool, but I'm enjoying doing it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Very difficult to knit with the wool as well, I think.
Okay, yeah. Oh, but it's beautiful, Pam. I love it. And I love those eyelet sections.
Yeah.
It's the eyelet done with like a mohair.
Yeah, the eyelet was mohair. It's white mohair. And decided to stay in the same color range.
Yes, it's beautiful. I love it. Oh, Pam, it was lovely having you. It's lovely to see you as part of the Zoom and seeing your progress. It's gorgeous. And I disagree with your sentiment that you're not a professional knitter, but we will not quarrel on the Zoom.
Well, I mean, look at Anita. Look how beautifully she knits. She's almost finished. Her triangles were perfect.
Your triangle is perfect too, Pam.
They're not.
No, yours is
not perfect. And I have to find that big bump. You know that bump? That row where you pick up the bump?
Yes.
I can't. I mean, I find it sometimes, all the time.
Oh, shame. Janet says, beautiful, Pam. I find if I struggle with getting the rhythm, I rewrite the pattern down and add some of my own explanations.
That's a very good idea.
I actually wrote this. I think somebody said it last week in the Zoom, didn't they? That they wrote down.
Said it. Yeah, Elmarie said it.
Yes, yes. She said she wrote it down for herself because it just made more sense to her, understanding her explanations, and then she could get it in a rhythm. So I think Janet does definitely have a good point there, you know, of rewriting it if you're struggling, if you're struggling to find the rhythm.
And then I can make bigger the things I miss mostly. I can sort of make them bigger, and then the others that I know I don't have to write that big. I'll do that.
I see what is helpful for myself is I really am loving highlighters. So I don't want to, you will not be able to read the pattern. Let me just quickly show you. Like I would highlight certain things that I have to remember. Where do I need to knit more stitches? So I would highlight. For me, highlighting works because it just keeps me, if I see where I am, oh, I remember I need to knit 14 here and not 15, for instance. So highlighting for me does the job. We're all different. So for some people, writing it out in their own explanations really work so much better.
Yeah.
But you need to do whatever serves you and is helpful to you. But your shawl is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, Pam. Love it.
Thank
you. I can't wait to see the finished shawl. And good luck for the last 8 triangles. We're almost there.
Almost.
Thank you, Pam.
Okay.
All right. So now you want to see my shawl, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So I have decided to use all my minis in the clue 3 section. And before I'm going to show you my shawl, what I did was I started with my, I'm doing minis, right? So I started with the yellow, the green, pink, orange, pink, purple, and then I did my mohair as the centerpiece of the clue 3. And then coming from this mohair, purples, pinks, orange, yellow, green. No, yellow, green, yellow. So it's like a gradient, but going to the other side again. So these are the yarns that I used, specifically in this order. So let me see, how can I show it to you? These was the yarns. This is all Knotty Habit, and I used Cowgirl Blues' mohair for that centerpiece. So that's the minis I used. And so here is the shawl. So this is the center, and then it extends from there to the sides, which is yellow on the side. Like that.
It's so pretty.
It looks so good. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. And yes, I finished the triangles last night. I have to say, the more you get into them, the last part goes so much quicker than the first triangles, the first half, I would say. And yes, I picked up this morning I'm going to start, my next row will be the bobble section, which I'm so excited about. I really love the triangles. Luckily I got into a rhythm, I would say, just before halfway of the clue 3. I got into a rhythm, I got to understand. But then I would sometimes not concentrate so well. And then I would be on, say, for instance, on the CC section, and then I would do the short rows the short way around. Then I have to unthink because it happened so many times where I was doing the short rows the wrong way around. And then I was almost done with my clue 3. I want to show you my big mistake. Well, not a big mistake. I'll sort it out. But I want to be transparent. So yeah, I don't know what happened here with my middle section. You'll see there's a gap there. Somehow I missed this stitch and this stitch somewhere else slipped out. And so I will do surgery later on the shoulder side, picking up those 2 stitches, but it's currently on a stitch marker to keep them together, and then I will just, you know, sort them out later, but it's not a crisis for now. I really am loving the shawl. I would say my favorite section has been the brioche. I've done it the first time in shawlography, and it was lovely having it back in the shawl. I'm absolutely loving the size of the shawl, the shape of the shawl. I love a big shawl. I don't like a long, big, narrow thing. Twists and turns, I don't wear it that often. It's interesting to see the people's comments in terms of how they rate the shawls they've done. So someone said, for instance, for her, twists and turns for her was an absolute technique highlight. You know, she learned so much in terms of technique and technique stitches. For her, twists and turns is standing out as that type of shawl. Then the most challenging shawl for her was, I think, Dew Gradient. But the shawl that she's loving the most in terms of just enjoying the knit is being the Go-Go Dynamo shawl. And I have to say, I have really loved every stitch of the shawl. And honestly, actually last night when I was finishing off the triangles, I was really sad when it ended, because I really enjoyed that triangles, especially in the second half when I got the rhythm, you know, of the triangles. Then I was really sad when it ended. But I am a little bit of a rebel, you know me. I should swatch, but I don't. I should count stitches, but I don't. I'm actually a designer's worst nightmare, I would say, because I was just going with it. And luckily I realized, okay, so I put the stitches, 21 stitches, the 18 for the CC and the 3 for the MC, 21 stitches. And then when I worked it out from halfway off the shawl, then I realized, oh my word, okay, I only have 1 stitch extra. So I was so surprised actually that my stitches worked out. And but I am really, really, really loving this knit. I'm really excited. All right, so I'm going to remove my spotlight. So we're all on here on the panel. Let's quickly look at the messages. Janet says that's a great idea too, Jalene. Rosemary says, Pam, I love your shawl. You are a professional knitter because you have knitted 5 of Stephen West's shawls and you have learned so much.
Yeah.
So much. So with all that education, you are a professional. I agree with Rosemary. Susanna says, I write mine out in a layout that suits me visually and in blocks of info. So writing it out helps it sticks in my brain. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. So I agree with Susanna. Sometimes you just have to translate to what is best for how you perceive things or visualize things. Susanna says, oh my, it looks like a plate of huge, yummy macaroons. Oh wow, Jalene, your shawl is truly a work of art. Thank you, Susanna. Janet says, that is just a gorgeous, wow, well done, Jalene. Thank you, Janet. Maggie says, ek hou van jou shawl se kleure. I love the colors of your shawl. Thank you, Maggie. Rosemary says, stunning, Jalene. It is so colorful and that's going to suit you. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. Janet says, I'm hoping I enjoy the brioche as I did the brioche in Stephen's mystery sock knit along. And I wasn't so sure, but maybe there wasn't enough to get the rhythm. So brioche for me is really a rhythmic knitting as well. I don't know if you would agree with me, but oh my word, absolutely, absolutely love the rhythm of brioche. It's so intuitive knitting for me. Really love it. What is your feedback on brioche?
Love it. I feel the same as you. It's very rhythmic. It's very relaxing for me.
I agree.
Yeah, that was my
Anita?
that was my first time doing it, and yeah, no, I did really love it.
Wow, that's great, Sylvia. Anita?
I love brioche in 2 colors, but then I've only done brioche in 2 colors. This is my second time doing it. I don't know if I would like it so much in 1 color because I think it can be a bit confusing if you only do it in one color. But it's precisely the 2 colors that I like about the brioche, where you have a little sneak peek. Sorry, let me just do this. Where you have a little sneak peek of the other color behind the brioche, and that's what I like about the brioche. And the squishy feeling of it. I like the squishiness of the brioche.
Yeah. Oh, Janet says that's so good to hear. Yeah, so it is. I love brioche. I think I don't know why brioche has been so, people has branded it as being so difficult, and people are so scared.
I know.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I always heard that it's so difficult. So I've never gave it a go.
Wow.
And I was still double guessing myself when, brioche came on in the Shawl, but there was an option for the other option for the yarn. What was it? The yarn overs. And I go, which one do I want to do? But I think it only took me 10 minutes to decide. I'm doing brioche. I'm having a go. If you want to do a brioche and it's a Stephen West shawl, it's probably the easiest one to learn. He'll show you everything.
Yes, I'm so happy you did it. I'm so happy because this is the perfect opportunity with all the support we have in the world currently, worldwide, on Ravelry, in our group, with Stephen's beautiful master technique videos. I always say it's a masterclass. So it's the perfect opportunity to actually incorporate brioche in your shawl when it does have it as a feature in the shawl, So I would definitely say that. Yeah. So I'm so excited for section 4, and I'm praying that my yarn, I've been measuring my yarn, everything. So everything's on my Ravelry page for all the minis. I'm going to also measure my yarn. I've got, wait. I can't remember. I think I've got 60 or 70 grams left of my main color prior to starting clue 4. So I'm just like praying that I have yarn left for the extra border, because I would love to do that. But yeah, I'm weighing my yarn and I'm seeing how far I can get with all my yarns, and hopefully I'm able to do some rows on the total edge of the shawl. So I'm very excited to see what that will play out like. Yes. Anita?
Sylvia, I want to ask Sylvia, where did she run out of her first, because she's knitting like me, only no moe in between and anything. When did she run out of her first ball of the main color?
Well, I didn't run out. I just swapped to the second one. I still have that much left of my first one.
It might be Marisa, not Sylvia. Sorry, I think it's Marisa that didn't do the moe. It's me and Marisa.
I ran out somewhere towards the end of clue 2, if I recall correctly.
Well, okay.
I think it was, I think possibly at that the second brioche section. I think it was around there, you know.
Yes, I would also say, because I have used my main color as the main color throughout as per the pattern, Anita, and I have at the last section of the bubbles in clue 2, right? Yes, clue 2. I've ran out of the last section of the bubbles. My first skein of main color.
Okay.
So. And you, Anita?
I've done my second triangle. It was on my second triangle. So I was already, my main color made it to the second triangle.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I ran out of my main color, as well as my contrast color was on the second triangle. So both of them were on the, no, my contrast color was on the, I could only do one of the triangles with the with the contrast color, but the second triangle for my main color, then I ran out. So I should have enough then also to do that other border as well.
For sure. But it shows you just how balanced the yarn usage is between the two.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Tanya says, I love knitting brioche, but I don't like the squishy feeling of the fabric. I can't touch a sponge. And that is what it reminds me of.
Yes, it does.
It does,
the
right?
Sponge feeling. Yes.
I'm like already feeling, and it does feel like a sponge.
Yeah.
It does.
That's what I like about it.
That's what I...
But it's so true. I'm like, is everyone touching the brioche pouch now?
Yes.
But it's so true what she says. Oh man. Yeah, knitting it is wonderful. I really, really love it. I love the process of knitting brioche. But it's sad if you don't, you know, if you have that hate feeling with regards to like a spongy feeling. I totally get it. I really do. That makes sense to me. So we are embracing our pace, and then see when we're going to finish with clue 4. It's going to be interesting to see the amount of knitting. I think so, I did post the stats, right? Freya at Knits is just a star on the Ravelry group. I want to quickly look at the stats I posted. Where is it? Oh, here it is. She says clue 4 comes in. So Freya at Knot on the Ravelry page. I know she's also on Instagram, and it seems like she's keeping track of the mystery knit-along shawls, you know, over so many years. Every stitch count, yarn usage, meter reach, all those things. It's so interesting because she's having these graphs. That is so interesting. But anyway, she says clue 4 comes in at a whopping 29,306 if you do the stitches, if you do the optional wavy border as described in the pattern. This is optional, so you could be done in as little as 12,620 stitches. So how does this clue stack up? The average clue for, this is the time frame between 2019 and 2023, was 20,032 stitches. So the full clue is almost 50% bigger than the average clue 4. The next biggest clue was the Mkal of 2020, the slip extravaganza. That was 24,771 stitches, and the average clue for 2024 was 21,920. So clue 4 is bigger than the average, and clue 2 was also large at 26,879 stitches. The Mkal 2024 clue 4 isn't the biggest clue yet. It was the Mkal 2022 clue twists and turns that came out to 29,700. So it's like 400 stitches difference there. How does the Mkal 2024 stack up? So it was the first, now that she talked about the clue. Mkal 2024 is 89,403 stitches, making this the most number of stitches of an Mkal from 2019. The next biggest was 2022 with twists and turns at 86,894 stitches.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting, right? And you know what astonishes me is I think with shawlography we had to use 5 skeins of yarn.
Yes.
And then I think it's only in the last few years where we are doing now 4 skeins, which I love because I think it's more financially able to be able to, because 5 skeins is a lot of money. 4 skeins is already a lot of money, but I mean, you know, it's just making it more affordable, and that you can get that amount of stitches and this big shawl with that amount of yarn is just amazing to me. Yeah. So I love Freya at Knot. She's just a stats queen. I love it. I love that she's doing that. All right. Is there any other comments or information you want to give us? Janet is saying that is so interesting, and Tanya says, I was one of those people who had an extra triangle. I watched Martin of Knit 365, and he did the same thing. What he discovered is that we had fewer short rows. Yeah, so somewhere you just forgot to do an extra turn and turn, you know, so that can definitely happen. I can see that.
And my mom was the opposite. She had fewer triangles because she did too many short rows on some of them. and she goes, don't worry, no one's gonna notice.
Nobody is gonna notice. I think that is, for me, I think this year has been a little bit of let go, freedom type of shawl for me. I am still loving all the techniques that we're using, the progress, the process, the stitches. But for me, the challenge this year was using all these minis and making decisions about placement and how I'm going to be. I don't know what's going to come. So I don't know how. I cannot foresee or plan my colors beforehand. So I had to be, there was some faith involved and bravery, weighing a lot of yarn, and just thinking out of the box and not using 2 colors for me was my challenge, and that I absolutely loved. I think I'm going to be using it again in the future. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. What makes this Mkal different than other years for you?
Different techniques for me. Yeah.
Anita?
For me, this year is less stressful because, like you said, it's more relaxed. The first one was trying to keep up, making sure that now it's like the videos are clear. Yes, last year's videos was also clear and stuff, but it was still intimidating because it was my first Mkal last year. This one, I knew I could do it, and I knew whatever happens, happens. And the fact that I'm only using 2 colors this year makes it for me easy and relaxing and stuff. But I might also consider next year, instead of mohair, to use Suri alpaca instead, because I can't wear mohair. So I might next year become more adventurous and look for something else for the next year's one that I can replace the mohair with. So that's already in my head for next year. So we'll see what we get.
We're already excited for next year. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let me quickly read the comments.
Yeah, and I think this year is the first time that I'm finishing like on a Monday or Tuesday before the next clue comes out.
Okay,
So it's been so much quicker than any other. Like this is my third one.
Yeah.
And I think the first two only kept up till clue 2. But I think because this is the third one, so I already know how Stephen writes his patterns and you get familiar with it. So it's easier for you to read it and follow his instructions.
That is true. It's true. I have to say this year, did you know that because I knitted the triangle straight from the pattern, I did not follow his video. In the pattern on the CC, you knit 2 together. And on the video, he says slip, slip, knit. Did you know that? So there was a big discussion about that on Ravelry as well. But I mean, it's not noticeable. All my CCs looks beautiful. And
so the pattern doesn't say what
pattern,
method to use to close the short rows. Yeah.
Yeah, and but it says knit 2 together.
I think it says closing the gaps while you. It doesn't say what method.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just knit 2 together. There we go. But yeah, there was a discrepancy between the pattern and the video, which was interesting. But it doesn't make a difference. Please don't stress about it. Please don't stress about it. Because it's not going to make a difference at all. And so that was quite interesting.
No, it won't.
Yeah, and so yes, what I wanted to say was you get really used to his pattern writing after doing it so for many years, his patterns, and you know exactly what he's trying to tell you to do, basically. So yeah, but I love his style of pattern writing anyway. Susanna says, okay, you've enabled the inner geek in me, Jalene. The latest scarf I've been making and just binding off. I've only done 27,186 stitches in total. Not quite Mkal ready, maybe next year. You can definitely do it. I'm sure next year she will be here with us. But isn't it so cool? I mean, all this information, the stats about the Mkal, it's so interesting to me. I absolutely love it. I'm a little bit of a nerd in that regard. Stats, I'm a stats girl. I love it.
I agree, Jalene. I also love it. But what I find interesting is what Sylvia said is that she was able to keep up a lot more and finish quicker with each clue. And I kind of noticed that as well on the Ravelry group and on the Facebook groups, that people are finishing up quite early with the clues this year, even though it's one of the biggest, the most stitches anyway. So that means it's easier. It's not always about the stitch count. Sometimes the stitches just take longer. Certain, like Twist and Turn's clue 1 is a prime example of that. Not that many stitches sort of took forever. So I think people sometimes look into the stitch counts and then it's like, oh no, I can't, it's too much. But it's not always about the stitch count, I think.
It would be actually interesting to have like a certain amount of people dedicated for stats knitting, right? Seeing how quick a technique is versus time taken. And then you have like an average of, I don't know, 20, 50 people to have an average of, this is the average, this is a stitch count, but this is how long it takes. That would be interesting, actually. Because the easy knitting, if I can say it like this, in this school has made it fast. The easy knitting makes it. Yes. Janet says, Sylvia, you will have to bring your mom onto Zoom. I would love to see her too. I hope to see Almarie and AJ next week. So we'll have to scold AJ and Almarie on the group after we're done to say, where were you? Everyone wanted to see what the progress is like. And then Sylvia, you'll have to bring your mom, Shawl, or bring your mom along on the Zoom.
Let me see if I can find a photo of what she sent me, if I can find it.
Rania says, I have 4 extra triangles. I love your mom. This was a no stress shawl. Yeah, I agree. And for triangles, it was just more knitting. What can we say? Woo! Do you have a photo?
Yeah, I'll see if I have one.
It's so awesome that you get to do that with your mom, Sylvia. How special is that?
Yes, that's why I'm fast, because I have healthy competition. Yes.
That is so awesome. So who wins the competition at this stage?
Me at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
So this is probably, yeah, so that's Mum's.
Oh, wow.
That's
Wait,
really
I'm going to spotlight you. Just keep it like that, Sylvia. Oh, it's beautiful.
Really pretty.
Wow.
The Mum is using also a navy. And then the other color is like a color changing yarn. So it changes from like a baby pink to a brown.
Wow.
And then she also used the brown mohair.
Oh, you know what? That is
So,
such a great idea. It's beautiful. Thank you so very much, Sylvia.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. You know what is a great idea? I think for us in South Africa, and for you, especially in Australia, where it's so hot as well, where we get this, you don't have horrible winters like very north up in Europe, right? Maybe to use something like when you were saying color changing yarn, to have something like a skipier's wool, you know, where it's that changing colors, cotton yarn, thin light fingering cotton yarn with another paired with another cotton, light cotton, doing the shawl like that. Oh my word. That is such
in the cotton.
Love it. Wow, it's beautiful, Sylvia. That is healthy.
Yeah, not just yeah, it's a healthy competition. Every morning. So what row are you on?
And then do you have to substantiate your row number with proof? Or how does it work?
Well, if I say no, I'm not, she goes, what have you been doing all day?
Really?
And I go, I've been working. And then when she's behind, I go, what have you been doing? You retired. What, have you been in the garden again? She goes, yes.
That's so funny. That's lovely. Nefrael says, hello Nefrael, I think people are finishing faster this year despite the similar large number of stitches, as most of the stitching has been quite easy knitting plus enjoyable knitting. That is so true. And then Janet says, oh wow, love that, well done to your mom. Susanna says, before you zoomed in, it looked like the pyramids with desert behind the way it was being held. Wow. That's so true. Yeah. Nefrahal says, this shawl has been an absolute marvelous opportunity to use those changing color of very variegated yarns. It's true. It's true. And then Janet says, I've been knitting a foot of a top while listening to you, and the stats have really piqued my interest while listening. I've done 18 rows times 72 stitches, so that is 1,296 stitches. Ha ha ha. So I love the information about the stats of the shawls, and I love that people are actually keeping it up, keeping that information and share that information. It's really interesting. But I think it's correct what Marisa says. It would be interesting to see the stitch count versus how long it takes you to knit a clue, for instance. That would be really interesting. But it will be the factor that will influence that is definitely the stitch used or the technique used. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But I have to say, this is such an enjoyable knit. I cannot wait to wear my shawl. The people in that's working with me and that knows me, they know that I don't have any sense of style in terms of I'm wearing pink with a black trouser, and then I have a pink shawl, and then I have, accessories pink. I'm not that type of girl. I'm the girl that likes comfort, and I don't care if things don't mix and match. I mean, I don't look like a total sweetie package, but I'm not as worried anymore at this stage in my life about how things add up. I want to be comfortable. I want to be warm when it's winter time, and I want to show off my knits. So I don't care if the stuff is not matching up. Who cares? If you don't like it, just click away. Janet, okay, no, I think I've read all the comments. All right, so I think we can start to say goodbye and also final thoughts to the viewers. And yes, so let's start with Anita.
Well, I am unmuted. Yes, I can actually not wait to see everybody's end results. Jalene, are you going to do? I'm very curious about next week, because that final border of yours, are they going to be the whole row one color or two colors? I can't wait to see. So it's very fun having these Zooms for this Mkal. And like I said, I've already planned on next year, and I really love how everybody's knitting the same thing, but everybody's opinion is different. But there's small tricks and how everybody shares the little tricks that helps us in the end to knit better, to do better knitting. Like I think last week we shared about having one double-pointed needle, and at the end I decided just to put a stopper at my end and use those type of tricks. It really helps in the end. Small little things that we learn. We just don't learn about knitting, we also learn other tricks of knitting.
It's true. It's true. Thank you, Anita. Marisa?
Yeah, I would just also say I'm looking forward to see everyone's end results. I'm looking forward to see my own end result. And yeah, already looking forward to next year's Mkal as well.
Me too. Me too. Oh, thanks, Marisa. Pam?
Well, I must say I've enjoyed knitting this one much more than I enjoyed knitting the ones before. The only one I enjoyed before that really enjoyed it was this shawlography. I really enjoyed that one, but this one, I'll wear it. I like it.
Oh, awesome, Pam. Thank you. Sylvia?
I think this is my favorite Mkal out of this is the third one out of the other two. Yeah, and I'm loving how it's turning out. I love the colors, and I just picked whatever had my stash and I added another color, and it worked, which is amazing. So I'm looking forward to how it's going to end up.
So excited. I'm so excited to see your shawls and to hear the progress and how you enjoyed the knitting. I cannot wait. I'm a little bit sad that we are ramping down now, getting to the end stages. It makes me sad, because this is always so enjoyable on the group and on the Zooms and having the interaction with the people on YouTube. Let me quickly read you some comments. Janet says, "Oh, Jalene, I love that you do have style, your style." Thanks, Janet. Rosemary says, "Goodbye to you all. What an exciting journey you are all on." That is so true. And then Janet says, "Thanks, beautiful ladies, for another fun hour spent with you from over the sea and land. See you next week." Yeah, so we will definitely be back next week, same time. So 12 o'clock SAST time. So Sylvia, I hope that you can join us, as well as
yes, I should be able to.
Yes, that'd be awesome. I think it's Janet that is sick. Who is sick? I can't remember. Please get better soon.
Yvette, I think.
Oh, yes, it was Yvette. Thanks. You can remember better than me. Nefral says, "Hyper knitting stuff coming out soon." Yes, so the hyper knitting now from Knit Along from Stephen West is also coming out. And so I want to thank you on the panel, Anita, Marisa, Pam, and Sylvia. Thank you so very much for joining me. I want to also thank all of those that has been watching the YouTube live and commenting and, giving us all this amazing feedback. Thank you so much for being here and joining with us. And then good luck with all the knitting for Clue 4. And I cannot wait to see your progress next week. Same time, same place. Have a wonderful weekend first, and then a wonderful week ahead. See you all next week. Much love. Bye, everyone.
Bye.